this real?
Totally. Is this natural?
This is very nice scenery, by the way. Just touch that.
This one's called
Behind the Buzz.
Behind the Buzz.
Yep.
At the end of season 2, the cabin burns down, so we're forced to find a new home, and Natalie is now the leader, and she's done a really good job, and I feel like this is the first time we see the girls kind of thriving. This is probably like the best, like the healthiest we see the girls, which is an interesting turn.
Yeah, we haven't seen them through the works of getting this whole shelter and like little village together, but they've obviously done a very good job. It's real nice and comfy and cozy.
It's probably the most unified the Yellowjackets have ever felt.
But I think there's just like building tension amongst the girls and the dynamics in the group.
Mari and Shauna have some beef. It's been like boiling up a little in previous seasons.
Nobody really likes Mari.
Yeah.
She's annoying.
Yeah.
You have to be a little brat, just like you always are.
And so
Poor
I
Mari.
think she's like an easy target for Shauna
She's
to
an
like to grab. And so when we find them playing this game that Shauna takes a little too far, it sets up a little bit of animosity between the two, and that's even more fun for Shauna. Shauna loves conflict.
Coping with the loss and death of Natalie is, for some, more traumatic, for Misty especially.
Misty is having trouble connecting to her emotions or understanding them or feeling them. She's a little bit off the rails.
I know I don't look like someone that you need to be worried about, but I've lit dicks on fire.
They all cope with the loss of Natalie in their own ways. I mean, these women have been exposed to such horrific circumstances. Natalie's passing is just, it's really sad. It's incredibly sad.
Ty picked the restaurant because it was fancy. Wanted to romance her lady.
It's a hot ticket, huh? You kidding? I had to call a guy just to get us in.
Van does not like the restaurant.
Yeah, we leave. It starts a domino effect of terrible problems.
Hey, somebody help!
I was a waiter for 2 days at the coffee shop at Union Square. I don't know if you know that restaurant.
Super intense place to start your waiting career.
On my second day, there was a couple, and they dined and dashed. The manager tried to make me pay for it out of my tips. I said, I'm gonna keep my $25 tips, and I quit.
Good for you.
So I don't appreciate dining and dashing, quite honestly.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
No.
Very rude. But these ladies had fun doing
They
it.
did. It was romantic.
Fancy dinner or takeout?
Fancy dinner.
I want to say fancy dinner, but I never go anywhere.
Takeout. Don't even have to think about it.
Takeout.
I want to be home in my comfy clothes. Fancy? Anything that's related to food, I love.
Yeah.
With Callie, things are tense.
She's showing signs of stress. She's acting out in school.
Callie overhears some girls at school talking about her mom. She decides to make the casual choice of dumping some blood and guts all over these girls in the cafeteria. Jeff has more of the typical parent reaction. He's concerned. Shauna, however, thinks it's hilarious. And it actually becomes quite a bonding moment for the pair.
Or why isn't Shauna upset by this? I don't think our daughter's okay, and you're hanging out and being flippant and smoking weed. Do you smoke some chronic?
No.
Jeff is like a terrier who wants to be a German shepherd. But it seems undeniable that these dark impulses aren't stopping. So the potential for more pernicious consequences is certainly possible.
I'm trying to catch a deer because I'm hungry and I need stuff to eat. And then I put a little tarp over this pit and then I like sprinkle some stuff on it, hoping that a deer's gonna fall in.
It wasn't a deer.
It wasn't a deer, no. Unfortunately, it was a human being in the form of young Mari. And I stumble upon her and find her, and she has hurt herself. I eventually pull her out and I take her back to my cave, which sounds weird.
You have a cave?
Yeah, I got my own cave now. I know, you never got the invite.
I didn't get a room.
I know, sorry about that.
While Shauna is out grieving, remote from the group, she realizes that Nélisse has been spying on her. Like everyone in the group, she approaches her with a lot of anger and pins her to a tree. We expect them to start fighting, but Nélisse actually starts making out with Shauna. And I think at first Shauna is really caught off guard, but then she kind of likes it. And they just
go at it in a weird sort of like intense, animalistic, desperate kiss vibe.
Where was your first kiss?
My first kiss was on stage.
Me
I'm that kind of
too.
person. We're so
sad.
cringe.
And then I got someone to pity kiss me so I can practice because I was like, yeah, my like first little peck was like in a scene, and then I had like a proper like it said like with tongue.
My first kiss sucked. It was outside of orchestra class in 7th grade.
Oh, I love that.
So it sounded like this.
I love that. I think that's fantastic.
It would be good in a film.
All first kisses are awkward, I think. I think that's part of it.
I'm excited to see more of Shauna and Natalie because they're such polar opposites.
I think I'm excited to see how Shauna's relationship towards the group is gonna change. I feel like she's being more and more isolated.
It seems a little tense between Walter and Misty. Curious to see where that relationship goes.
I'm very curious to see where Ben Scott ends up this season and which side of the line his fate falls on.
For Travis, I would really like to see him connect with the Yellowjackets more. I hope that he doesn't hold too much on himself because I think there's a lot of guilt that he carries all the time, and yeah, I hope that he learns to deal with his guilt.
It's truly like a wild ride. You just really never know what's gonna happen.